Hello there. Gonna do some more first impressions, early impressions I've already worn. These three. Let me fix this. There we go. You guys seem to like this, so let's keep it up. All three are from, once again, the house of Roja Parfums. Roja, I think that's how he pronounces it. Two more of the Aouds and another one of his pour Homme line. So let's start out with, let's do Musk Aoud. I just split this recently, so a few of you may have some of this. Pardon me, I'm getting over a cold here, so my voice is a little off. This is Musk Aoud. Now, as you can see, the juice is quite dark. However, unlike his regular Aoud, which, as I had said in a previous video, stained to hell anything it touched, this one does not. So, if you get your hands on this, if you got in my split, if you get some down the road, you don't have to worry nearly as much about this juice staining your clothes, whereas the Aoud you absolutely do. So, Musk Aoud. This smells good. That's just really the best way to put it. It really just smells good. Starts out very, almost a fresh, musky smell. It's a little bit of a sweet citrus to it, with some definite backdrops of musk. There's some oud shining through, but it's not a stinky musk. It's not a stinky oud. It's very soft. It's approachable. It's, you know, I've seen the term used before, an easy to wear fragrance, and usually I don't like that term because it doesn't really mean anything. But if you were to really classify something as easy to wear, this would be it. Something that's, I can't see this turning anybody off. There's nothing in here, which is odd to say about something that's an oud and musk-based fragrance, two notes that aren't generally regarded as crowd pleasers by any means, but this absolutely is. Probably more musk in this than there would be oud, but you get a nice dose of both. Very good. Very, very well done. My only gripe with this is I've worn this once, you know, done a full wearing of it, excuse me, and tested it out a couple more times. The performance of it is not the best. It's a little bit on the weak side. I do wish it was a bit stronger. The one time I did wear it, after a few hours, it was pretty much gone. So that is the downside to it, and especially for a pure parfum, you know, an extrait, you'd expect a little bit more in that department. But nonetheless, this smells good. This downright smells really freaking good. Definitely try it. Definitely try it. I can't imagine you'd hate it. This might not be your thing. It might just not be something that you like. But this is not going to really turn anybody off by any means. So, very good juice here. Musk Aoud. I'm like Mark, except without the coffee. Next up, let us do Fetish pour Homme. This is the EDP edition. This was the second one that I split along with Musk Aoud most recently. I really like this one. Really, really like this one. As opposed to Musk Aoud, this one absolutely could be a turn off to some. This is a kind of a leathery, spicy, little bit of citrus in there, but without being too old man-like. You know, it doesn't have, that's the one, his danger. I really don't like that. To me, that really gives off a vibe of an old man smell. It smells dated. It's not. It really doesn't. It's not for me. This is a lot more modern, while still being very masculine. And I think the name Fetish is very appropriate because this one does kind of give off a bit of a carnal vibe to it. Certainly a male carnal vibe. This one has a bit of a almost like if there was such a thing as a male dominatrix. It's not really a term, but if there was, this would be one that I could foresee that person wearing it. This has been compared many times to Pure Distanced M, which was also made by Roja, and I definitely can see the comparisons there. I've only worn Pure Distance a couple of times, not very familiar with it, but there's definitely some similarities there. This one's a little bit more raw. It doesn't have as much of the smoothness of M, but definitely very good juice. Very masculine, as I said. I would recommend it. But again, this one, even more so than Musk Aoud, this is a try. I would not recommend blind buying this. This can turn some people off. Musk Aoud, you're probably safe in that regard. Fetish, probably not. The last one, and this is one I'm going to re-up a split on that I just opened recently. It says Amber Oud. I only have this tiny little sample of it that the lovely people at Oswald sent to me. If you've not dealt with Oswald, I would highly recommend going there. If they have something you're looking for, the people there are wonderful. Customer service is extraordinary. Shipping is extremely fast. Great people there. Would definitely recommend doing business with them. This is Amber Oud. Let's give her a shot. This one I've been looking forward to smelling for a long time, and I'm not disappointed by it. This is not the first time I'm experiencing it. I did wear this once, but I gotta say, in these three that I'm testing out here, he is 3 for 3. These are 3 of his best. This one, Amber Oud, it starts out kind of syrupy a little bit. When I was hearing the descriptions of this, I was a little bit afraid that it was going to have that very dry, resinous amber scent to it that you'd find in an Amber Absolute. It's actually one of the things about Amber Absolute I don't like, is how dry it is and how raw it is. I mean, it makes it good, but in many instances I don't want to smell like that. This is not like that. There are some, I believe, one of the top notes is lime, and there's another citrus in there. It might be some form of lemon, I'm not really sure. But there's just enough of that to really bring the amber and the oud back down to earth and give it really just a nice syrupy, but not a thick, dense syrup that's just overwhelming and cloying it. It's not like that whatsoever. It's a very pleasant smell, but it's still got very strong elements of amber and oud to it. As it progresses, the oud comes out a lot more. It's not as strong on me as some other people have said. This is not a monster, but I definitely got a good wearing out of it. I wore it out one night to a bar, and definitely got some good performance out of it. It lasted quite a while, and it was cold as balls outside. It was in Chicago, so I could smell it in the wind of Chicago. But this is very good juice. If you are at all a fan of amber, if you are at all a fan of oud, I would highly recommend this. It's not cheap. None of his juices are cheap. But this, dare I say, it is worth its extraordinary price tag. So, It does have that pleasant vibe to it. All three of his ouds, the amber, the musk, and the regular oud, they do share some similar tendencies, a few similarities to them. They're not redundant. I certainly do not think it is redundant to own all three of them, or two of them, or one of them. It can't be redundant to own one of them. But I don't know if they're technically considered flankers of one another or not. I don't think so. But don't be dissuaded by owning one, thinking that you don't need the others. I would highly recommend against that. This is, if you like one, you'll probably like all three. If you really dislike one of them, you may not like the other two. Only one I wouldn't apply that to is Musk Aoud. Just 'cause it's so goddamn easy to like. I don't see how you can dislike that. Anyways, amber. Well, told you I'm getting over a cold. It has that same pleasant tone to it that musk does, but it's not as soft. And that's, I think, the amber showing through, and there's only so soft that an amber can be, especially when you mix it with a nude. But he did a really good job of making this not something that's just impossible to wear. This doesn't fall under the category of one of those juices that you can only wear when it's like 0 degrees outside and you're going somewhere that, there's no possible way you can offend someone. This does not fall into that category. There are some really good juices that are like that, but you can't wear them because they're too overpowering or they're too polarizing. They went too far with it. One that comes to mind is Oud Ispahan from Dior. Great scent, but it's too much. If there's such a juice that it lasts too long, that's it. But it just verges on becoming unwearable. So, this does not, Amber Oud. And I'm not just telling you that because I want to fill a split of it. I'm really not. So, with that being said, I do have a split open of it. I put the video up a couple of days ago of his Noir, of M. Mink from Byredo, and Tobacco Oud from Mr. Ford. The Noir I looked into a little bit more. It's really just not worth it. I read some more reviews of that. I would not recommend spending $10 a milliliter on that. So I'm going to ditch that split. I think there was only one person who responded to it anyways. I'll get in touch with you. That split's a goner for now. Not worth $10 a milliliter. I might try his Diaghilev. I think that's how you pronounce it. But for now, Noir, that's gone. M. Mink, nobody wants that. It's so good. I wish you all did. It's such freaking good juice. But no chance of that filling. And Tobacco Oud, I'm going to table that for now and come back to it soon. Right now, I think I just want to get the Amber Oud hopefully filled and move forward with that. So, that being said, let me reiterate the prices for Amber Oud. 5 milliliters going to run you $38. 10 milliliters, $70.25. 20 milliliters is $141.75. 25 will run you $172.75. All of those include shipping in the U.S. If you are abroad, let me know. And I will let me know where you are, and I'll get you a price for that. Same as always, customs risks, you assume that, blah, blah, blah. But very good juice. I would highly recommend you get in on that if you are an Amber fan, if you're an Oud fan, if you like syrupy scents, if you like things that are a little bit sweet but not too sweet. You'll like it. I really think you'll like it. It's tough to go wrong. I know the price tag is real high. It is, and this is splitting it 100%. It cost $665 bottle. $655. Sorry. But this one's good. So that said, get in touch with me if you're interested. Otherwise, I will be happy to answer any questions you have about Musk Aoud, Fetish, any of the other Rojas, can't get this guy's name right, or any of his other ones, or any of the other ones that I've put up. Mink, somebody please like Mink. Any of the Tom Ford Ouds. I never did a video on those. The Oud Floor and the Tobacco Oud. I owe you guys a video on that. I started this channel on Tom Ford and I didn't do some impressions of those two. And they were actually really good. So, my battery's running low. Get in touch with me if you're interested in Amber Oud. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.